Hello, and thank you for joining us for this video and PowerPoint presentation about intramural 11-on-11 outdoor soccer. Some important dates. Our regular season begins Sunday, March the 8th. The regular season will end on a Sunday, April the 5th. Playoff schedule is posted on that Monday, and playoff games begin on Tuesday, April the 7th. After the first week of games, it's spring break. We will not play on the Sunday at the end of spring break, which is why we have our regular season begin and end on a Sunday. Sunday teams will play the first night of the season and then won't play for 2 weeks. Following the regular season, there'll be a single elimination tournament that runs until April the 23rd. Some important contact information, how to get a hold of us. Responsibilities of a team captain. Be familiar with the rules and ensure that your teammates abide by those rules. Check the schedule, team standings, and league standings at our website, IMLeagues, which is accessible through the crs.umd.edu page. And respond promptly to intramural sports staff concerning schedule changes, tournament structure, eligibility, inquiries, team conduct, and other such things. To view our policies in total, just click on the Policies pull-down menu under the Intramural Sports section of the CRS website. In response to calls for improved concussion management, Intramural Sports is piloting a safety program to provide information to all participants regarding the signs and symptoms of concussions. Through the IMLeagues website, in a very similar fashion to the Captain's Quiz, all participants will be asked to watch a short informational video and answer 4 questions about concussions. We hope that all participants take this opportunity to learn more about concussions and the dangers of head injuries. Our main goal for this program is to increase awareness. Some things that cause a forfeit: a team arriving after the start time, using an ineligible player, or receiving 3 unsporting yellow cards or 2 unsporting red cards in the same game. Game time is forfeit time. If you know that your team cannot make it, you can call or notify the Intramural Sports office the day of the game up until noon, and your team will be recorded as a default. You'll still lose the game in the record, but you will not be charged the $40 forfeit fee, which is charged to the team captain. Teams are only permitted to default once per season. Teams that forfeit are not eligible for the playoffs. Current high school rules will be in effect with the following exceptions. Teams will play with 11 players and may start with as few as 8 players. We'll play 2 25-minute running time halves with a 3-minute halftime. Slide tackling is not permitted in intramural sports. A legal slide tackle will result in a yellow card and an indirect free kick for the opposing team. An illegal slide tackle will result in a red card and a direct kick for the opposing team. Make sure your teammates know this. No slide tackling. Varsity soccer players are not eligible to participate in intramural soccer. Those that played in the fall 2014 season are not eligible. Club soccer players may play. Teams with 1 club member may play at the A or B level. Teams with 2 or 3 club members must participate at the A level. And this is the number of players on your roster, not on the field at one time. Descriptions of our leagues. Men's A and B open to all university students who identify as male, except those participating in fraternity or GradFac staff. Women's League open to all university students who identify as female, except those participating in the Graduate Faculty Staff League. The Graduate Faculty Staff League is open to current graduate students, faculty, and staff of the university. Undergraduates are not permitted to play in this league. Those participating in a men's or women's league may also not participate in the Graduate Faculty Staff League. In this league, teams may have any combination of men and women on the field. For classification, this league is a single-gender league. Fraternity A and B teams are only those organizations approved and registered with the Department of Fraternity and Sorority Life. Members must be a registered pledge or active member in order to participate. Players with alumni status or who are not undergraduates must participate in another league. Players may not transfer from one league or level to another. Co-ed A and B leagues are open to all participants, students, faculty, or staff of the university. Alumni, affiliates, and Shady Grove students are not eligible to participate in intramural sports. During the regular season, games will not be postponed or rescheduled. During the playoffs, the captain or team representative must come in person to the intramural sports office to request a reschedule. Prior to the playoffs, teams may contact the intramural office to notify us of academic or religious scheduling conflicts, and we'll do our best to work your playoff schedule around those conflicts. No ID, no play. No ID, no play. You must have your ID to play intramural sports, your UID. Participant who does not have the UID may use a one-time exception, provided their name is pre-printed on the score sheet, they do have a government-issued photo ID, and they have not yet used that one-time exception this semester for any intramural sport. Players are encouraged to wear cleats or turf shoes and shin guards. Players are not permitted to wear jewelry. Covering of the jewelry with tape is not permitted. Teams are also not permitted to wear black t-shirts or jerseys. Our officials wear black and must be able to distinguish themselves from participants during play, so no black jerseys. Before your game, every team member must sign in using your UID at the check-in table. Check with the staffer to confirm which field you're playing on. Be present at the captain's meeting with the officials, and check out jerseys as needed. You can do this using your UID at the game site. Every team is responsible for the conduct of its players and followers. Sportsmanship is very important in intramural sports. Your team will be given a score after each game by the game officials. Regardless of the win-loss record, every team will make the playoffs as long as they have a 3.0 sportsmanship rating and have not forfeited a game. Captains may protest rule interpretations made by officials or the eligibility of opponents. Rule interpretation protests must be made immediately. Eligibility protests may be made before, during, or after a game. The judgment of officials cannot be protested. If you have any other questions, please check out our website, ter.ps-imsports, and check out some more of our YouTube videos that might be helpful. Have a great season.